in hockey game and volleyball and won district tournaments. But in football, because there was no football ground until 1951, then there was no football team. Also, there was a tug of war team, very strong, and it won a lot of trophies in the school. So that was school life. And in the 10th class, I appeared in 1953, March, and I achieved second division. 3 division, first, second, third. I achieved second division. So then I left Khalsa High School, Samraj, India.
In terms of your sporting, you used to play football as well for the college.
In the college.
And who were your main rivals?
Other colleges, one Malpur Khalsa College, DAV College, Doaba College, they were the main rivals.
So how often did you train and when were the matches?
Now we trained every day, one period for training for football. Yeah.
And what was your position?
I was playing left half.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was playing left half.
You score many goals?
Really, I scored goal. I was in the defense line. Yeah. So after I left school, there was a tussle in the family whether to send me to the college or not. My parents, uncle and auntie, they were against sending me to the college because of their lesson learned from Jagjit Singh Jaggi. And they said, इन्हें भी बड़े होके यही काम करना है. But my brothers, particularly Son and Sucha, they insisted that we have been deprived of education. He must go to school. If you're not sending him to the school, we are stopping agriculture work. And my parents relented. They agreed to enroll me into college. After their agreement, my father went with me to enroll me in the college, paid the entrance fee, enrollment fee. And the fee was 13 rupee a month in those days, 1953. I came home every night, went in the morning, and the mode of travel, my parents bought a bicycle for me. From Jindyala, the railway station is about 3 miles. In the morning, paddle to the railway station, onto the train, to the Jalandhar station, and from the Jalandhar station, walk back to the Khalsa College because the Khalsa College was 1.5 miles before the station on the same line. And in the evening after the college, walk to the Jalandhar station, onto the train, onto Thabal ke railway station, pick up our bicycle and paddle it to home. Railway pass per month was 4 rupees. Bicycle stand 1 rupee a month. So total fees and travel and bicycle stand 18 rupees a month. And it was a lot of money. For 18 months, 18 rupees, one could buy 200 kilos of wheat. So that sort of mm, the expenses were, plus the books and exercise books, plus pocket money to have some tea or milk at the tuck shop. I used to get 10 rupee a month for pocket expenses. So total 28 rupees. Bought bicycle for 250 rupees. And I had a trouser and coat that cost about 200 rupees. So that was the beginning expenses. So every day on the train to college, and my subjects were Punjabi, history, economics, and English in the college, and Hindi was optional.
What career were you pursuing?
To become a lecturer,
In?
history. Yeah.
Any particular branch of history?
In those days, it was history, Indian history, English history, that was taught in the colleges. So, for different lecturers for different subject there. In 1954, my father died. He died in September. I don't remember the date. No, he died in October. And he died of pneumonia. That was a big blow. And the same year was my wedding. My wedding and my brother Sucha's wedding was consecutively on 3 days. We went to Badapand in a bus. Father hired a bus to take the wedding party. We arrived in Badapand on 6th June.
How many people were in the wedding party?
About 40. Yeah, all men. And on the first day when we went, we were treated with sharbat and badana.
What sharbat?
Sharbat.
What is that?
Sharbat is juice.
Okay.
Yeah. But it is juice, milk, sugar, water. That's called sharbat. And lot of ice in it. Very hot in June. And evening meal.
Isn't that the same as lassi?
Different than lassi. Lassi is
with yogurts.
Yeah, with the yogurt. And after the evening meal, next day, my Anand Karj. After Anand Karj, midday meal at my in-laws' house. And then evening meal at Pai's in-laws' house, Charney's parents. And on 8th morning, Pai Anand Karj, lunch, and in the afternoon, we took the Brahmins with us and came back.
So the date of your wedding was?
My Anand Karj was on 7th June. Pai's Anand Karj was on 8th June, 1954. And in those days, for having a meal, we sat on the floor to have our meal, and there was no problem. And on 8th, I went to brought my wife Manjeet back at the bus, and I went to Charni's house. He brought her on the bus back to Jandiala. Loudspeaker, song playing from Bollywood films, and I remember it was Manji always asked her sister to perform the traditional custom ceremony like Barna. ਉਹ ਫਿਰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਭਾਈ ਦੇ ਬਾਰਨਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਤਾਂ ਚਰਨੀ ਦੇ ਫਿਰ ਮੇਰੇ ਫਿਰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਅੰਦਰ ਲੰਘਾਤਾ. But we were not allowed to see or meet our wives. The tradition was until few years later Moklava comes, only then husband meet the wife.
So how old were you?
At my wedding, I was 16,
And was
1954.
And was that the first time you saw Mom, your wife?
No, I didn't see on that day.
Right.
And my engagement was few years back. I was at a holy festival at my sister's village. My father went there, and he said to my sister that I have come to take him with me. And she asked why. And he said, Kadmai pauni hai. Te main laya hai. Chacha si, dad si, saab bhai, te maa ji ta chachi.
How old were you then?
I'm not sure whether I was 12 or 13. Yeah.
So you just gone along to the holy festival for a good time, and before you knew it, you was hitched.
Yeah, as I was told. I was given a shwara in my mouth and 1 rupee coin. That was my shagan.
So what did you feel about it?
There was no feeling as a child. It was just...
You did as you was told?
Yeah.
And you didn't see what your wife looked like?
Because that was the custom.
Right, so...
Everyone.
Were you apprehensive that when you was going to finally meet her, what she looked like? Or didn't that matter to you?
It didn't matter.
Why didn't it matter? Because
Because that was the tradition and the customs.
Right, that you just
Everybody follow.